Good evening, everyone, and welcome to TNN News Raw, the celebrity edition. I'm your host, Mr. Thomas Sotomayor. In more news of dark-skinned females whining and telling the whole world that you must like them because they don't like themselves, the rapper Game could not escape the damn jaws of a dark-skinned black woman who feels neglected, as a black woman took to Facebook Live and decided to tell the whole world that the Game stood her up, or the Game's cousin stood her up and would not allow her into their Super Bowl party because she was dark-skinned. Now, the Game has come back and explained to the people that that is actually not true. That is not what happened. So what we're going to do right now is let you hear the Game's version of what happened at his Super Bowl party.
He came in with a few girls, and it was a private Super Bowl party. It was like 20 people. It was all people that I knew, or maybe a friend or two, but I knew everybody that was in my house. This is my home. It's not like I had it at Dave and Buster's or some off location. But this chick came in with a few girls, and I didn't, I wasn't discriminatory or nothing discriminative. She asked me for socks. I gave her my own socks, good socks, polo socks, brand new out the pack. Her feet they was crazy, so I really didn't want to see that anyway. But I gave her some socks, and they were here about 20 minutes. They made a few drinks, they had some pizza, and then I started asking people, do you know them? Do you know this person? Do you know, who do you know? So I had somebody asking them, who do they know? And they were like, oh, we just heard about it, and so we came. And so then they were asking to leave because they didn't know anyone. And I just can't be having random people in my crib. So it was about that. It wasn't about her being dark skinned. And number one, I got a homegirl, Kelly, and Kelly probably gonna kill me for this, but ain't nobody blacker than Kelly. Kelly black. And she was here all night, baby. So yeah, man, that's like I said, you can't do nothing right these days, man. You can't even have a Super Bowl party at your own house without being called racist. Get the fuck out of here, man.
That's why you gotta look at black women and realize what they are. These bitches need attention. Nobody likes dark-skinned women, but the main people who don't like dark-skinned women are dark-skinned women. Now, if you didn't get a chance to see the black woman who had a lot to say, what I'm going to do is play the video now and let you guys hear it, see it, and then tell me what you think.
Invited me to the rapper The Game's house tonight for Super Bowl or whatever, and not even the Game, me and him, had a conversation or whatever, small talk or whatever, no problem. And his cousin, because I was what he said,
bitch, you lying.
He basically wanted me to leave, put me out, and
go on, tell your lie.
Told my friend that invited me that
spit it out, bitch,
she should never brought dark meat over. And so basically I had to leave because I was dark skinned.
Ugh.
Mind you, he dark skinned and fat. So I say all this to say that I love the skin I'm in. I think I'm beautiful, I think I'm beautiful and all of that, but this is the type of shit you have to deal with if you dark skinned. Yeah, you got to deal with a lot of shit.
I was just out and whatever, and then when I went to the Game and whatever, and even whatever. And why do dark-skinned chicks or black chicks in general, but mainly the dark-skinned ones, why do they sound like trannies? They literally sound like trannies. And why do they do that deep ass? What is that? Like something happened. They get a mouthful of spit and just got to do this deep ass swallow. And whatever. And then they play in that fake ass hair. I want y'all to look at that big ass bump in the back of her head. I want y'all to look at them motherfucking teeth. She said that they kicked her out because they said she was dark skinned. I think she heard it wrong. They said she might have a shark's fin because she got shark's teeth. That motherfucker look like she can eat through anything. Acid mouth could eat through anything. Her teeth look like a motherfucking hockey scrum. You can't find the puck, but everybody's fighting for position. Her teeth in her mouth. Everybody was kung fu fighting. That mouth look a horrible mess. She talking about, you want your dick sucked? No, I'd rather my cat do it with her fucking claws than your mouth. That's ridiculous. But you're sitting there playing that tacky ass yacky, thinking that somebody's supposed to find it attractive. Ugh. Look at her. Just look at a mess. And then I want y'all to pay attention to something. What did she say? And he was black and fat. Hold on, bitch. What did fat people do to you? So you get to talk shit about fat people for no reason? Now, the game gave his excuse of why he didn't want this fat whore in his house. This fat black whore with this big ass bump in her head, looking like a MC Hammer video. Weave and a bump, weave and a bump. Data black chick got a weave and a bump. Weave and a bump, weave and a bump. You got a black girl a weave and a bump. All that we want for the rest of our life is a bump, deep and tight. Let me hear you say it. I do that for my daughter. For some reason, she liked that dumbass song. Anyway, she got that big bump in the back of their head. And y'all know what I'm talking about. And then they lay on you, and that motherfucker be up on your damn biceps like acupuncture, just sticking holes in a nigga, and you losing circulation. Wake up and your arm won't do shit but this. And they want to talk about some, why don't you let me lay on you? Because it hurts. Anyway, she talking about some, and they didn't want me in there, and I want y'all to know how hard it is to be dark-skinned, but I love myself, and I'm beautiful, and all that. Beautiful and all that. What the fuck you mean, whore? What is all that? Having a conversation with a black woman is like having a conversation with a black retarded kid. I want y'all to think about this. She couldn't articulate herself very well, and she turned this camera on to do this. She should have known this story already. It happened to her. Why is she stuttering? And then somebody know a little something about psychology and people lying. You can tell she was lying and making the story up as her eyes went up and to the left, and she was starting to think, let me pull a lie. Soon as she got to the part about this is what happened, she started stumbling. Remember, guys, if it's something that happened to you, the last thing you would do is stumble on that part. It didn't even happen to me. I just turned the camera on and I'm talking. I don't have a teleprompter or nothing. And I'm able to just talk. So this was her story. And she can't do it? Come on, dog. Now, like the game said, it done got bad to the point of where you're being called racist and you black like everybody else. You got a right to not want black bitches up in your party because all they do is fuck it up. As I told y'all in the story about George Lopez. Black women ruin everything. The darker the berry, the dumber the bitch. I'm telling you now, they get mad that people don't like them. But why would you like somebody that's throwing around fake ass, hot ass hair all day? That shit is hot. You coming into the club, into somebody's house smelling like corn chips. Then this lets you know how desperate black bitches are. You mad because this man didn't let you thot in his house. This is this man's house. Who the fuck shows up at somebody's house uninvited? Like, who does this? It's the Super Bowl, and you just show up at a motherfucker's house. You know it's the game's house. That's his mansion. Why do you think you can just show up there? You didn't have nothing better to do. You went there to hope that somebody would let your shark mouth sharpen their pencil. That's what it'd be like if you were sucking a dick. You wanted that, didn't you? You mad because people with money, well, they got standards. And one of the standards that they have is they don't like dark-skinned chicks. And I can't blame them. Why? Because dark-skinned chicks don't like themselves. These motherfuckers are insecure, and they throw that insecurity on everybody else. I think I'm beautiful and all that. And all what? If you thought you were so beautiful, you would have never been at that party. You would have been at a party that somebody invited your ass to. Have y'all ever noticed dark-skinned girls be the tag-along motherfucker to light-skinned chicks? Light-skinned chick be the leader of the pack. James Dean, dark-skinned chick be the motherfucking enforcers. They come in there to fight and bogart the way to the bar so the light-skinned girl can get a drink bought for herself. I ain't lying. Don't hate on me. The truth is the truth. If what I'm saying is a lie, that woman wouldn't have had to load up the video and make it and say, you don't know what dark-skinned girls go through. So don't tell me your daughter dark-skinned, you dark-skinned, your mama dark-skinned. It is what it fucking is. If I had a 5'4" son and y'all said, the nigga short, gonna have a hard time getting pussy, you can't turn around and say, I should deny this because my son 5'4". I should pretend he's not going to have a hard time making a basketball team because he my son. That's what I don't understand. Y'all tell this ugly ass woman that she ain't ugly. Looking like a nigga I used to get kicked out of Super Bowl parties with. That bitch looked like a young Rick James. Give it to me, baby. And y'all want to sit there and tell her she pretty. You don't know what that bitch looked like without that Christmas tree on her head. Black chick just throw anything on their head. Oh, Christmas tree. Oh, Christmas tree. That big sharp ass teeth. Anyway, game, you did a great job of kicking these whores out. And y'all need to understand, again, more black women getting kicked the fuck out of places because people don't want them there. Because they ruin shit. I didn't make this up. I'm just reporting the news. Keep getting kicked out of shit so I can keep reporting that shit. More and more people need to kick these black bitches out of their shit until they start wearing their natural hair and stop acting like beast. I'm Tommy Sotomayor. Fuck you and good night.